doctor, Michael, is from Australia, and he told me in the commercial break that typically these are not very friendly animals.
Very cute.
We see the cute pictures all the time. You just want to, hug one or pick one up.
Yeah, put them
He's like, they will scratch you. So
yeah, so they're like a new baby.
So he needed that sweater.
Yeah, he needed that sweater. Yeah.
All right, I can't imagine walking into that.
Great video. Glad they're safe, by the way.
Yes, they all as well. Well, listen to this. You're probably waking up with your morning cup of coffee, and caffeine may be part of your morning routine. We know it's part of ours, but how much caffeine is too much? Listen to this. There is a drastic increase in caffeine overdoses, particularly with our teenagers. In fact, it's so bad, more and more teens are showing up in the ER because of it.
Yeah, the study conducted by Epic Research analyzed more than 223 million caffeine-related ER visits. That's million. It reveals a concerning trend in teens. Here you can see the alarming increase of caffeine hospitalizations.
Wow, that's a big jump. Yep. And with us right now to discuss this more is internal medicine specialist, Dr. Frank Contessessa. Dr. Contessessa, always good to see you. Thank you for being with us this morning. I want to dive right into this because a lot of people are probably watching this thinking, how much caffeine, how much coffee did they drink? This study shows that boys are 3 times more likely than girls to land in the ER due to caffeine-related issues. Why is this? But let's first talk about, is this just coffee or are there other things coming into play here? Because I have a feeling this is more than coffee when we talk about caffeine.
Well, good morning, and it's great to be here. You know, it's interesting. I was here not too long ago talking about all the benefits of coffee, the antioxidants and things like that, studies are showing that. So this is a bit alarming, and it's probably not so much coffee because most teens, although they do like to go to Starbucks, they like the sweeter drinks. It's these energy drinks that I think is contributing to this sharp increase that we're seeing, Monster, Celsius, Red Bull, and they're really not terribly safe when they're taken by teens, and they don't realize that how much caffeine that they're getting. When you drink a cup of coffee, you kind of know that you're getting caffeine, but these energy drinks are sweet. They taste like juice or soda, and I don't think the kids realize how much caffeine that they're getting. Pediatricians recommend that teens get no more than about 100 milligrams of caffeine, which is about 1 average-sized cup of coffee. Not to say that they should be doing that either, but no more than that. And the concern here is also, you know, most kids, if they have too much caffeine, they're going to race around the room and they might, their heart might race, they might get flushed. After a few hours, they're going to be okay once the caffeine wears off. But it can uncover underlying cardiac issues that they may not have been presented before. So if a child has gone through their life and it's been undiscovered that they have a cardiac defect, when you stress the heart like that, it can come out and even resulting in death. The other aspect that I want to discuss is that, you know, these days a lot of kids take medicine for ADHD or ADD, and those medications are all derivatives of amphetamines. They're stimulants in and of themselves. So if you take a stimulant like amphetamine and then drink, you know, 2 Monsters or a Red Bull, that could be doubly dangerous.
Yeah, I'm sure as a parent, you're wondering, why are they so hyper?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's a good answer right there. I'm glad you brought up the Monster drinks or the energy drinks, Monster being one of them. According to America's Poison Centers, they have had a 20% increase in caffeine-related calls. This has clearly become a health crisis. I want to ask you, why do you think it's happening? But I think I got the answer yesterday. And some of the marketing of these drinks, simply getting gas at a gas station. I see the small cardboard cutout advertising. You could get the largest size of Monster drinks, 2 for $5. That is nothing for a teen to drop $5 down to grab those, you know, hours after taking an Adderall or a Ritalin. So is that part of the problem, the advertising? Right. Yeah.
I think it is. You know, everyone's aware, you know, they got rid of Camel Joe, and, you know we don't market, you know, cigarettes to kids and things like that. These products are being specifically targeted towards children. If you look at the bright colors, the neon colors and the displays in the convenience stores, as you're saying, and I don't think kids might not even be aware of the dangers of this thing, and they taste sweet and they taste good. So I think we have to make a real effort to get these companies to target children less. Of course, they're making a lot of money from it, but you know, this might be an area where somebody like RFK, as he comes in to help us make America healthy again, this might be an area to target and say, hey, listen to these companies. You can't target children because it's dangerous, or at least we have to maybe even go into schools and make kids aware that these drinks are not safe. They should not be overused, and really they shouldn't be used at all in children.
So let's talk about that, because I know that there are parents watching right now. This may be the first time they're hearing that there's this much of a problem with these drinks and with the levels of caffeine. What can parents do, doctor, in terms of talking to their children, but also taking other proactive measures to protect their children?
I think parents need to start getting more involved in what their children are taking in, and this is certainly part of it. Making them aware that, hey, you can't just drink these things, as much as you want. Not too long ago, I didn't even realize there was some brand of one of these drinks, and I was actually waiting to do a show, and in the green room they had these in their fridge, and I was sitting in there for like 4 hours, and I had two of these things, and I didn't realize what was in it, and I felt my heart racing, and I said, oh my gosh, I said, imagine if a kid had gotten into these things and had two of them, they'd be spinning off the walls. Parents need to watch what their kids are taking in, not just with drinks like this, but also the foods that they're taking in, the junk foods, the fast food, processed foods. It's so easy and it's actually inexpensive for kids to eat processed foods and junk foods. So, and it's a struggle. I have two teenage daughters, and it's hard to get them to eat healthier sometimes because it takes more effort. It's actually more expensive, and it's not as sweet, or they may not like the healthier foods as much. But it's incumbent on all of us as parents and really as a society to start drilling into people what's healthy to eat and what's not healthy to eat. And I think we're going to start to see more movements like that now, and teaching people what's good and bad.
Dr. Frank Contessa, always a pleasure having you on. Great content. Once again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, doctor.
Thanks for having me.